Hello, my panda pals, and everybody who gets triggered whenever I say that. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are talking The Last Resort, Season 2, Episode 16. A lot of shit goes down in this one, so let's just get right into it. We are back at group therapy, and James is asking Gino if he would be down for an open marriage if Jasmine agrees to share her location with him at all times.
Yeah, it would help. Certainly would help.
Jasmine already has her phone whipped out and ready, and with the biggest smile on her face, she smashes the absolute shit out of that share button.
I'm sharing it now with him.
Gino says that he does not want to be in an open marriage, but Jasmine pretty much bullied him into a corner, and he felt like he had no other options.
As terrible as an open marriage sounds, Jasmine could leave me and cheat on me with someone else. This might be the only way to keep Jasmine in my life.
Oh, there are plenty of ways for you to keep Jasmine in your life, okay? Don't be a dick, don't be an ass, don't be a douche, don't be an idiot, don't be a moron. Like, buddy, take your pick. Rob is like, Gino, why the hell would you agree to an open marriage? Are you stupid?
Gino, goddammit, what's the point of the GPS if she can have sex with other people anyways?
So Gino says that he hasn't agreed to the open marriage yet because he doesn't trust Jasmine, and the location sharing is going to help him develop that trust because if she says that she is hanging out with Matt at the gym, he will now be able to verify that she is in fact telling the truth.
I want to know, is she with one person? Is it the person that she's going to have an open marriage with, or is it more than that?
This has got to be the most ass-backwards way to trust that I have ever heard of.
Just getting weirder and weirder.
Usually you share the location to not cheat.
He wants to know where she's getting it on.
It's a new day, and Rob and Josh are having a little gab sesh. Josh is a mess right now because the recommitment ceremony is coming up, and he doesn't really know if he wants to continue this little charade of being in love with Natalie. He's like, we have a special bond, we're soulmates, and I have such a grand old time with her, but do I commit? I don't really know.
I'm terrified of commitment with Natalie. I genuinely care for her. If I walked away, I don't know what would happen to her.
The girl existed before you, she will exist after you, okay? Natalie is a hustler. She will find another person to leech onto just fine. Rob is like, bro, you are such a great guy, but like, you really have to start thinking about yourself for once.
You've internalized feeling like you're her savior. We got a saying for that where I'm from, Captain Save-A-Ho.
Yeah, I will only be addressing him as that from this point forward. Gino and Jasmine head to a boutique at the resort, and Jasmine is hella perky right now because she is so close to getting away with it.
So, bikini! What do you think about it, baby?
Are you twerking?
Yes.
Or is that your sexy dance?
Jasmine takes a beat to tell Gino how much she appreciates him for even considering the possibility of opening up the marriage, and Gino tells her that he's actually reached a decision on that matter.
You know, I want to go forward with it, this open marriage idea.
Is it a yes?
Don't be so excited.
No.
Jasmine definitely blocks out for a hot minute because she cannot really process the fact that Gino has given her permission to bang Matt.
I am in shock. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. This is honestly a miracle. I can finally feel that Gino is fighting for our marriage.
And after she realizes that she did not actually hallucinate any of this, she reassures Gino that Matt is not looking for anything serious.
If you end up getting too close to this person, we have to stop this.
Jasmine is like, oh my god, the second that I start to catch feelings, I will kick him to the curb, okay? Because our marriage is the most important thing to me. And then she's like, oh my god, I cannot wait for you to meet him. And Gino is like, hard pass. And Jasmine is like, excuse me?
I don't want to really talk to Matt, to be honest.
That's very strange.
Why would I want to know who you're?
So Jasmine thinks that Gino not wanting to be besties with Matt basically means that he is not as serious about the open marriage as he says that he is.
I'm worried about Gino refusing to talk to Matt because I think that he is not wanting it to be Matt, the person I will have intimacy with.
It's the final group therapy session where the counselors and the pseudo-counselors want the couples to discuss where they are in their relationship and where they want to go from here.
each of you come up with one symbolic word that you just think of automatically to describe kind of where you're at this moment in your relationship and in your marriage.
Rob says steady and Sophie says confused. Now, obviously, that is not a good thing.
It doesn't make me feel very good that Sophie's this confused at this point. I've been very clear about what I want. I'm only confused about what the hell does she want.
Brandon says momentous and Julia says family. And she has to clarify that she's also talking about her family, and Brandon rolls his eyes.
First to come to my brain is family. Not about only the second, talking about my family, your family,
All-encompassing.
all family, all
Love
family.
it.
Julia is like, I agreed to his bandage, but he has not said a word about agreeing to mine, and he really needs to get on that ish. Gino says come back, and Jasmine says evolve. And Jasmine reveals to everybody that Gino has agreed to be in an open marriage, and you can tell that no one supports this.
We made a decision to move forward with an open marriage.
Florian is like, well, I guess Gino doesn't really need to be watching any more porn. He can just turn around and watch another man fuck his wife. Reba tells Gino that they need to focus on transparency when making their agreement, which means he needs to have a conversation with Matt to discuss their boundaries, which Gino really is not thrilled about.
I don't have any interest to see him, you know.
And you might want a taste of that reality before you recommit.
I mean,
Gino says that he would be willing to have a phone conversation with Matt before the recommitment ceremony so that they can hash out the details on their little consensual infidelity.
She wants to have an open relationship so that she can be with Matt. She don't want a threesome because that means Gino's involved.
She just wants Matt.
She wants Matt.
Oh, we had better get to hear this conversation with Matt. Like, I would pay money. Well, technically I do pay money for the subscription, but that is besides the point. I would pay money to hear them all make an outline together about the boundaries of this absolute shit show of an open marriage. So, can I like bang her in any of her holes? Not the butt, okay? That hole is just for me. Oh, yeah, totally, cool. Rob calls them delusional and says that this is not gonna work out well for them.
I think you're both gonna be really unhappy at some point because of this.
I think that it's actually going to bring us together over time.
Florian says better, and Stacy says conflicted.
I can't live the rest of my life in a marriage that I'm not happy in, and I know he's not happy because he wouldn't do the things that he does, and he would respect me more.
Stacy tells Florian that she wants him to make her feel loved, so she doesn't want him to tell her things like shut up or go away. And so far, Stacy seems like an absolute sweetheart, and sure, Florian is funny from time to time, but he really needs to stop telling his wife to shut the fuck up and reacting so aggressively to things. And surprising no one, Natalie says a whole lot of fucking words.
Have you ever played squash? So there is no real person there, but game going on.
Okay.
She goes on and on to basically say that Captain Savaho is the wall in a game of squash, and Captain Savaho says scared.
Natalie needs somebody 100% all the time. I'm scared to give that to her. I'm scared of commitment with her.
Captain Savaho is like, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm stringing her along.
Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm showing too many breadcrumbs or stringing her along or...
Kudos on calling yourself out? James is like, I want you to repeat what you said, but this time look Natalie square in the eyes so that you can see her psyche breaking in real time.
Can I touch you?
No.
Okay.
Captain Savaho is like, I love you so much that I need to let you go.
I don't want to string her along anymore. I do love you and I do care for you, but I do have to let you go.
He goes on to say, if I was the problem, I am so sorry. I just think that my big old heart wanting to help her out and support her did more harm than good. And Natalie laughs a little crazy and says that this is the most honest thing that Captain Savaho has ever said.
I feel relieved because finally I hear something honest coming out of your lips.
Then Captain Savaho says that they do not need to go through with this recommitment ceremony because they don't have a future together, and Natalie is gonna need time to heal from this so that she can focus on finding someone who will actually love her.
I do feel pain a lot because why I'm not enough for him? Why he doesn't want to be with me if he loves me?
Despite being hurt from the public dumping, Natalie, for the first time in her life, decides to play it cool and not make a scene. Group therapy is finally over and everyone is pretty emotional.
Sorry to hear that.
You tried, right?
I tried.
No, you really didn't.
I really feel bad for Natalie. I just feel sad for her. But she just wants love.
Natalie is trying to run away and be alone so that she can actually cry, but Josh keeps trying to chase her down and talk to her.
Natalie. Natalie. Natalie.
And then when he finally gets her to stop, he's like, "Are you okay? Can we talk?" He tells us that he wants to make sure that she's okay because when he broke up with her, she laughed a little crazy and he knows that this is a defense mechanism of hers.
Sometimes she does weird things at odd moments. I know that, like, this is her defense mechanism. And I know she's hurt.
I love how when he needs to make sure people know he's not the bad guy, this is her defense mechanism, but every other time it's just her not being normal.
And I just want you to know that I care for you 100% and hope that you don't hate me.
Natalie says she doesn't hate him and she only wishes him the best. And then Captain Savaho is like, cool, so I'm gonna leave now and give you the time and the space that you probably needed a minute ago.
He definitely meant a lot, but I can't make him feel what he feels.
Gino and Jasmine are in their room and they're like, damn, I cannot believe that Captain Savaho and Natalie are actually over. And Gino is like, yeah, it really doesn't make any sense that he says he loves her so much, but he won't even give her the time of day. And Jasmine is like, yeah, I know, it's crazy. So are you ready to talk with Matt?
Matt, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
And that, my Panda Pals, is all I have for you today. Next week, it looks like Rob and Jasmine get into a little tiff because Rob is like, if you really need to bang someone, bang a stranger, not your BFF Matt.
I've been married to this guy 9 months. He hasn't touched me.
If I can hold on to 9 months without needing somebody else, I think you could too.
The couples also start to write their recommitment vows, and Stacy gets another dose of reality when Florian showcases the amount of effort that he's willing to put into this marriage, aka none.
What you doing?
Writing the vows. Did you write vows?
I have in my heart.
And Julia confronts Brandon about how she has agreed to his bandage, but he has not agreed to hers.
If you decide to not gonna help me with my parents, don't come to this ceremony.
Ooh, I gotta tell you, I cannot wait for what is to come. I also hear that this tell-all is gonna be the runniest show in the entire world, and I am tingling with anticipation. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you for the next one. Be sure to click that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and please let me know down in the comments what you thought. I hope to see you for the next one, and as always, thanks for not letting me ride this train wreck alone. Bye!